Hi guys. Sorry for taking so long for the update, but I can go a little bit more in depth as far as how the project's going. So, with the firewall, I ended up pushing it back 6 inches. Made sure everything was welded as much as possible. So, as far as what's left, it's pretty much just seaming everything up and filling all the holes. For the tunnel itself, I have it welded on the inside. As far as the cabin goes, I still got to do in here. But with where everything is settling, I have plenty of room for any kind of exhaust system I want down the center with no issue. And it should give me more than enough room for anything else that I may want to do. As far as the metal that I'm using, it ended up being a 12 gauge cold roll. That's to make it a little bit more stronger and a lot more durable. So, and then for the actual steering rack, I used a stock C5 Corvette subframe steering rack, all components. The only thing different is I had to make a 10-inch brace, cut it in half. So ended up extending the track. I still have to make the front one. And then since the subframe and everything is extended by 10 inches, I had to make an adapter as well to extend the arm out without messing up any of the geometries. Sorry, garage is still a little dirty. As far as the rear end goes, have the everything's pretty much set up, but again, it's just more reinforcing. Once that's all good to go, I'll be pretty much done. So same thing, it's the 12 gauge cold roll, so it's as thick or thicker than what our actual subframe is, or what our body is, to try to keep everything intact. When it comes to cutting, the only thing I really had to do to make the rear diff fit was cut out the channel right here and a little bit of the trunk, which I'll probably still continue to cut that just to make it a little bit easier. So for the inside, I still have plenty of room. I did test fit the stock seats, and I've got about 1.5 inches on the inside and about 2 to 3 inches on the outside without anything in it. Now, as far as the brace goes, I ended up using a 2x2 square tubing, running that straight across. Same thing with here. Once this is done, I'm going to end up running linkage from here to the back portion where it'll connect to that. And then end up running some more bars from up here to the back in between the two towers, making it just a little bit more rigid. So that'll be a little bit longer. Now, as far as how it sits, I've never actually put it on the ground with the transmission and everything on. So we'll see. Sorry. Yeah, well, that sucks. I thought I cleared everything from the bottom. At least it's only an oil cleaner, so it's not that big of a thing. Alright, let's try this again. The front will sit higher because there's no engine in it, but the back will be in its original location. Which, even on the ground, with all that weight, it hasn't really moved at all. Which means that I'm going to have to adjust the coilovers, get it lowered by about 2 inches, and then try to find some more room to get it dropped down. As far as the overall look, she is more downward facing, which that'll look better overall. And then you can actually see, if I can, yeah, it's moved enough. So the front tires, as far as the entire line, has been moved forward. That's to make sure that once the engine goes in, it will be a mid-mount. So also another possibility for the back being the way that it is, the spring rate, it's a little high. I think I ended up going with the 650. So I can drop it down to a 450, 550 depending on what I'm doing. But that's it. Once I get some more supplies, I can go and continue, and then we'll go from there. But if any of you guys have any questions about anything, just let me know. All right, take care, guys.